Hey, what's going on, guys? Mark back in the workshop on Mark's Aquatics. Right, I thought I'd give you a little update today on the pea puffers. Now they didn't grow as fast as I assumed they would. Nothing the last time. Maybe it's my memory, and I'm getting a bit older and a little bit more forgetful and things. I went back through some of my old diaries and what have you to stuff that I've written down over the years. But they're in there. There's one right in the back there. If I go centre screen with him, and we'll just zoom in on him a little bit. I can't get too close, my camera's playing up a little bit. It's not wanting to focus at the moment for some reason. So you can just see one there right in the background. Fantastic, look at that. And we've had some more hatch, and there's a lot more little ones swimming around as well. These ones are free swimming now, but there's quite a few more which have hatched out, and they're sucked to the glass, the heaters, in between the ribs, in the sponge filter as well. You'll probably notice there's quite a bit of hydra in the tank as well. Now that will come in on that terrestrial moss which I put in there, which you've got to watch for sometimes, but there's not too many at the moment, so I'm not going to worry. And these they grow quite quickly, and hydra aren't going to be a problem for them in a couple of days time. So and if you're wondering what hydra are, you find one on the glass for you. They're like little sea anemones. There you are. Where can I find one for you to see? There you go. There's one right there. Look. There's a couple there. And they're little flowing tentacles, and now they'll catch infusoria and all kinds of stuff that are walking around and floating through the water column in your tank. So if you see those, they're not too much of a worry if you've got bigger fish. They're not going to hurt them at all. But if you've got fry baby shrimp, stuff like that, they can predate on them when they're very small. And if you want something to get rid of these guys, gouramis are absolutely fantastic for getting rid of hydra. So there's a good tip for you. If you know someone who's got a nice fat gourami that they'll lend you for a couple of days, they'll go in and they'll clean them all out your tank for you. Okay, so there's a little tip for you. As you can see now, what I've done is I've moved the adult puffers out of here because I noticed they did lay some more eggs. So I put them in the other tank and I've swapped their tanks over. So they're in the other tank on the left. This tank now has got the babies in and the eggs in, and I'm just going to let them all grow up in this tank now until they get to a certain size before we can put them into the bench tank and start a new colony off. There you go. There's another one there in the middle of the screen. They're very hard. I keep scanning around the tank for you, trying to find new ones, and there's another one up on the glass right there, but the count, maybe if I go above that leaf it'll focus on it. So that's how small they are, guys. Look at that. It's absolutely tiny. Sorry about the zooming in and out all the time. You can see that little guy there right in front of you. He's just nailed something. Scoffing it away. Little beady eyes looking around. And they're up and about. Now we've actually had some more hatch in there. I think I had about 7 originally. 7 to 9. But obviously in this big mass of moss you can't keep track of them all the time. So oh, there's another one there. Look. Oh no, it's his reflection, silly boy. But yeah, you can't keep track of them all the time. You can see all the little bugs and the infusoria creatures running around in the tank. Some of them are too big for him to eat at the moment, or her I should say, but some of them are small. They'll be having babies of their own, and those are the ones that these little guys are going to pick off and start to grow. So there's tons and tons of life in there for them to eat. So if you do breed these, don't worry about thinking that they're going to starve, because if you've got moss in there and different things, there's going to be tons and tons of life on there. If you get a little magnifying glass or zoom in on your camera, and you'll see what's actually on the leaves. So don't panic. And that goes for a lot of things when you breed things, guys, as well. Okay, make sure that you know you've got this moss and different things in. Obviously, always make the infusoria cultures up ready when they're older, because you can give them more and more, because they'll soon clean the tank out. But especially if there's a lot of fry, like zebra danios and different things like that, because they are voracious little eaters, and they'll eat everything very quickly. But they're coming along nicely now. Oh, there you go, guys. There's a nice little close up there of one that's only been probably free swimming now for, I would say, maybe only a day. You can still see that microlife in the tank as well, where I've just very, very carefully put this little tub in underneath him and let that water flow as it filled the tub. Just suck him into it, just to give you guys a little look. You can see his little eyes moving around there, those little pectoral fins, that little tail, that beautiful coloration, and you can see those little gills puffing in and out as he's looking around. Absolutely fantastic. But I thought I'd give you a quick update on these little guys today to show you how they're coming along. I've got some hydra to get rid of in this tank, so I'm going to try and get a lot of them out. What I tend to do is just get them in a turkey baster and rub the turkey baster up and down the side of the glass as you release or depress and release that ball, and suck them up and then blow them into a bucket and discard them that way, because they can breed quite quickly when there's a lot of food in the water, especially baby brine shrimps, which they will feed on very readily, and they'll mass produce in no time at all. And as you guys know that have had hydra in shrimp tanks where you're putting in food, and that's one of the best ways to cut down the numbers of hydra as well, is keep your food down, hoover the gravel, stuff like that, keep those nutrients low, and you'll have more success of dealing with them in that way. Anyway, this guy is super cute. I told you they were super cute, and the adults are cute, but the babies, when you look at those little eyes looking around, absolutely stunning. Little fins flapping away there. A brand new little pea puffer fish coming to the world. And now we've got to look after them, guys. So don't forget, if you get pea puffers, make sure you got the right gear. Go back and look at all the videos for setting up the tank that I've done, feeding, all that good stuff. I'll link all the videos below, or I'll stick them all in a playlist so you can go through and see them all, okay? Anyway, guys, from me and this gorgeous little puffer fish, look after yourselves, take care, you're all stars, and I'll see you on the next episode of Mark's Aquatics. Bye for now.
Just me and my guitar.